image of a samurai sword, the meant to play, cut through flesh and bone. No more mind at peace, the world out of order, missing in the heat, that gets colder. Oh yes, I have to find my path, no less walk on earth, water and fire.
Hi everyone, I am Larry,
and Johnson.
and the topic we have chosen is the samurai class.
During the Edo period around 1603 to 1837, the samurai class was the main ruling class in Japan. The main purpose of the samurai class was to serve and protect their lords, which were referred to as the daimyo. Some of their duties included conquering neighboring lands to expand their lord's domain and power, and to protect their lord's lands from invaders to maintain peace within their lord's domain. The samurai warriors were all skilled fighters from both horseback and from the ground. They can fight unarmed by specializing in a variety of martial arts such as aikido and judo, and they could also use weapons during their fights such as a katana, a dagger, or even a bow and arrow. The philosophy that the samurai class followed was a code of honor that was referred to as the Bushido Code, which revolved around Shintoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism ideas. This code of honor is what a samurai lives and dies by, which taught the samurais to be fearless in battle while maintaining respect for their elders and families. The virtues that the samurai class followed through the Bushido Code included justice, courage, compassion, respect, integrity, honor, loyalty, and finally self-control.
Moving on, we have picked a specific samurai to discuss, Miyamoto Musashi, who was a famous samurai during the early Edo period. He was famous for two things, being an expert swordsman and for his philosophy and poetry. In the beginning, he was influenced by his father's teaching in martial arts and his uncle's teaching Buddhism. He was then interested in perfecting his swordsmanship skills at an early age after fighting alongside his father's army under Daimyo Kuroda Yoshitaka. He later fought alongside his father during the Battle of Sekigahara and served under Yoshitaka. Musashi's side lost and his master was killed during the battle. After surviving the war, he was referred to as a ronin. The concept of ronin was a rogue samurai without a lord to serve. A samurai becomes a ronin when their lord dies or when they are banished for disobeying orders. Once a samurai becomes a ronin, they often work as a mercenary to serve other lords who are willing to pay for their services. Although this was the idea that most ronins followed, Musashi on the other hand wanted to continue testing his skills and to pursue perfection on his swordsmanship skills. He began to travel around, and when he arrived at Kyoto, his famous series of duels began. His first duels were against the head of the Yoshioka school. He fought and defeated the head of the Yoshioka school 3 times. He then left Kyoto and continued traveling around Japan to hone his skills and duel others. He is then regarded as one of the greatest armed duelists during this period. He was also known for creating his own fencing style called Nito Ichiryu, which uses 2 swords. This was different from the traditional fighting style of samurai which only used 1 longsword or katana that is held by 2 hands.
Besides being an expert swordsman who perfected his own style of combat, Musashi was also known for his philosophy and poetry, in which he wrote his teachings of living a balanced life and martial arts in his book called The Book of 5 Rings. He also wrote The Way of Walking Alone, which is a book about self-discipline and a guide for future generations. These books were written by Musashi towards the end of his life, when he started to become ill. He dedicated the remainder of his time to become a hermit to complete his books. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed our presentation.